The Curse of Oak Island Season 12, Episode 9. The team hits a void in the money pit after teasing gold in Lot 5. In The Curse of Oak Island Season 12, Episode 9, titled Brick by Brick, the Fellowship of the Dig continued their relentless pursuit of the legendary money pit treasures, uncovering intriguing clues in both the swamp and the infamous dig site. The episode started with renewed hope and excitement as the team dived into their latest mission. They previously found several artifacts that may be connected to the Oak Island mystery in the swamp. Gary used his metal detector in Lot 5 and believed he found copper, lead, or gold. Also in the swamp, the crew uncovered a previously unknown cobblestone feature resembling a container, sparking speculation about its origins. Could this discovery be tied to Oak Island's long-rumored hidden treasures? The team finds a void in the money pit and a copper button in Lot 5. Meanwhile, over at the money pit, the team intensified their efforts to locate the elusive Chapel Vault, a treasure chamber often mentioned in Oak Island lore. As they dug deeper, they encountered a significant void, a mysterious, cavernous space that raised more questions than answers. While the void rekindled their hopes, no immediate treasure emerged, adding another layer of frustration to their ongoing quest. The team also focused on Lot 5, conducting a thorough metal detecting sweep. Their efforts uncovered several promising signals, including what turned out to be a copper button, possibly from the 1700s. A team specialist, Emma Culligan, analyzed the artifact and confirmed its historical significance. The button's potential connection to Sir William Phipps, a known treasure seeker, is floated, adding intrigue to the find. Oak Island team found a link to Spanish treasure. The team encountered more clues in the swamp, including bricks, a discovery they eagerly linked to Spanish treasure. The presence of bricks fueled speculation about historical construction in the area, but as with many Oak Island findings, concrete evidence remains elusive. Marty Lagina also admitted he didn't believe they would find anything there. Geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner was brought in to analyze the site, which determined the bricks were handmade. Rick Lagina references Anthony Graves, who once lived near the swamp and searched for treasure but came up short. While the episode ended without a definitive breakthrough, it lays the groundwork for future explorations. The Fellowship of the Dig remains undeterred, fueled by the prospect of unearthing Oak Island's fabled treasures, but it has become frustrating for viewers who want the mysterious treasure unveiled. For over a decade, the Lagina brothers and their intrepid team have braved the mysterious bogs and shifting tides of Oak Island in search of a 227-year-old treasure. One whispered about in pirate legends, Masonic myths, and royal secrets. Season after season, they have drilled, dug, and deciphered clues in the hopes of unearthing the truth buried beneath the surface. And now, just when it seemed they might be brushing gold, the island plays its cruelest card yet, a void. The episode opens with a tense sunrise. Fog rolls across the island like a shroud, symbolic of the secrets it still clutches. The team had been following a promising trajectory based on seismic data and metal detection scans that revealed a tantalizing glint, possibly gold, at a depth consistent with historical accounts of the original money pit. Marty Lagina, always the realist but never without hope, surveys the site with cautious optimism. "We're closer than we've ever been," he says, peering into the depths of borehole DN 12.5, the latest drill site in the now spiderweb-like map of the money pit zone. The entire team is on edge. Months of planning, engineering, and problem-solving have led to this moment. The hammer grab plunges into the earth once more, its metal arms reaching for history. When it emerges, caked in muck and rock, there's a shimmer, faint but unmistakable. Craig Tester leans in, excitement lighting his usually stoic face. "That's not just pyrite," he mutters, brushing dirt from a fragment that gleams under the field lights. "That could be something more." The speculation swells. Could this be part of the mythical catch? Gold coins, Spanish bullion, a gilded artifact tied to the Knights Templar? Gary Drayton, the team's metal detection expert, chimes in, "That glint ain't fool's gold. That's real, me lads. I'd bet me boots on it." Back at the war room, the fragment is subjected to X-ray fluorescence analysis. The results are inconclusive, small traces of gold detected, but not enough to prove it's part of a larger deposit. Still, the team is energized. Rick Lagina leans forward, his voice hushed with reverence. "It's not just about the treasure. It's the pursuit, but maybe, just maybe, we're standing on top of something monumental." Buoyed by hope, they increase the depth of their excavation, pushing deeper into the earth. The machinery roars to life, echoing across the island like a call to arms. Then, suddenly, silence. The hammer grab descends once more, but this time it meets no resistance. The sensors spike. They've broken through. Into nothing. The news travels fast across the command post. Charles Barkhouse studies the readouts and shakes his head. There's a void, he says grimly, roughly 20 feet across, hollow. The crew exchanges puzzled looks. A void wasn't part of the geophysical profile they'd studied. The only logical conclusion is that they've hit one of the many rumored flood tunnels or perhaps even a man-made chamber. But the implications are nerve-wracking. This could be good, Marty argues. If it's man-made, we're right where we need to be. But if it's a collapse, Craig counters, we could lose everything down there, including the equipment. They proceed with caution. Cameras and sonar probes are lowered into the abyss. The footage reveals walls that appear too uniform to be natural. Wood struts, rubble patterns. It looks, unmistakably, like a chamber. And yet it's empty. The mood darkens. The gold glint now feels like a cruel bait, a taste dangled to lure them closer, only for Oak Island to yank the treasure back into its murky heart. It's a trick the island has played before. For over 2 centuries, the money pit has swallowed wood, metal, stone, and even lies. Could this void be another trap in its legendary arsenal? Doug Crowell brings in historical blueprints from 19th century searchers, and a match begins to form. This chamber could be the remains of the 1860s Searcher Tunnel collapse, he posits. It would explain the engineered shape, but also why it's empty. Frustration simmers, but so does resolve. It's not a setback, Rick says with the conviction of a man who refuses to be broken by earth or mystery. It's another piece of the puzzle. If there's a chamber here, then someone built it. And they built it for a reason. Later that evening, the war room becomes a place of reflection. Artifacts are laid out on the table, iron spikes, parchment fragments, pieces of coconut fiber, and the newly recovered gold-speckled sample. Despite the void, the trail is stronger than ever. The team isn't just searching for a hoard, they're unearthing a hidden history. Historians are brought in to review the footage of the chamber. One suggests it may be part of a ventilation system for a larger underground complex. Another theorizes it could be a decoy, intentionally placed to mislead would-be treasure hunters. A psychological booby trap, he says. You think you're close, you find a room, and it's empty. It demoralizes you, makes you quit. But the Lagianists don't quit. The episode ends with a quiet walk along the beach. Rick and Marty stand by the water's edge, staring out at the Atlantic. The tide is rising. We didn't find the treasure today, Marty admits. No, Rick agrees. But the island showed us something. A man-made chamber, gold traces. We're not chasing shadows anymore. They turn back toward the lights of the dig site, determination etched into their silhouettes. Because on Oak Island, nothing is easy. Every gain is hard-won. Every clue is buried under layers of deception. But the hunt continues, not just for gold, but for answers. And as long as the island keeps whispering, they'll keep listening.